Welcome back to Real Talk with Jason King. I'm your host, Jason King, and tonight I'm diving into the archives of my own backyard. In March of 1902, the men of Roanoke, Virginia were living in terror. This is a real true story that happened right here in my own hometown. Now let me tell you this is insane. It started with Thomas Whitfield, a rail worker at the Norfolk and Western yards. He was walking home down Campbell Avenue after a double shift when he heard footsteps behind him. He turned, nobody there. He walked faster. The footsteps matched his pace. When he reached his porch on Mountain Avenue, he glanced back. She was standing right there at his gate. A woman dressed head to toe in black, her face covered by a mourning veil. Silent, still, watching. He rushed inside. By morning, the gate hung open, no footprints in the frost. The Roanoke Times archives from that spring tell the same story again and again. Mill workers, foundry men, railroaders, all reporting the same figure following them home through the fog. She never spoke, never threatened, just followed. Sometimes for blocks, sometimes to their very door. And when they turned, just as quick as she appeared, she quickly vanished. The pattern was unmistakable. Witnesses felt a cold dread before they saw her. The air would drop. Some heard fabric rustling in dead, still air. And here's what haunts me. Nearly every man she followed suffered tragedy within weeks. A mill worker fell into the machinery. A foreman died of heart failure at 34 years of age. Another lost everything when a bank collapsed. The newspapers called it hysteria. The city council debated night patrols. But these were hard men, men who worked the rails and the furnaces, men who did not scare easily. And they were terrified. The last confirmed sighting came on February 14th of 1903. A banker, Arthur Crenshaw, was followed from his Jefferson Street office to his Gainsborough home. He described the same black morning dress, the same obscured face. He changed his will the next morning. Died in his sleep 3 days later. Who is she? Some say the widow of a rail worker killed in the Big Lick yard, seeking vengeance on the industry that stole her husband. Others believe she was something older, something that rode the rails into Roanoke and found a town dark enough to stay. What I know is this. My grandfather heard this from his grandfather. It happened right here on these streets to real men with real names. The Roanoke woman in black did not follow everyone. It's just certain ones that she chose that she would follow. And those she chose understood deep in their bones that she was not merely a ghost. She was a warning. And this really happened. There's newspaper articles on this story. And she also was seen in other states as well throughout the country. So not only this happened to several real men in my city, but it also happened to several men in other cities as well, because she was also seen in other cities after she left Roanoke. But this has been Real Talk. I'm your host, Jason King. See you all in the next video. Until next time, sleep well, Roanoke.